Well, hi students and welcome to Module 4. We are almost done. Hang in there and we are going to get this done. This week there is no discussion because there were two in the first week. You had the intro discussion and then the one about the processes, and so that had to go in there. And there's a lot of reading this week, so I just figured I'd have you do the assignment, which is 3 charts. So we're going to look at the charts, which are Pareto and control charts, which are used with working with numbers, and flow charts, which are also called stratification, and run charts, which are used when working with ideas. So a Pareto chart is used to highlight the most important among a typically large set of factors. In quality control, it often represents the most common sources of defects, the highest occurring type of defect, or the most frequent reasons for customer complaints, and so on. Our optional textbook indicates that it is used for working with numbers, specifically for counting. A control chart is a statistical process control tool used to determine a manufacturing or business process that to determine if it is in a state of control, and that is used for counting and measures. A flow or run chart is a representation of an algorithm, workflow, or process, and it is used for working with numbers, specifically counting and measures. Okay, so the only thing that's due are the assignments, which are 50 points. So I've done the usual 3 readings for each of the charts, so you can see what they are and how they're used. Then there's an awful lot of reading and videos. So I tried to give you it's a lot of information. I've combined information from my research as well as the person who taught the class before, because I think he used a lot of really good resources, websites and things like that. So this gives you as much information as I can possibly. The optional textbook is literally a little bit of information about many charts. So it's not like it's a textbook with assignments and quizzes and things like that. So this information is really very useful. So statistical process control is one of the outcomes for this class. So make sure that you read exactly how that is and does it apply to your final project. What is a control chart? Create a basic control chart. Sustaining the process improvement effort. So what happens when you allegedly improve a process? How do you monitor it and what do you do to sustain it? So an example is that at CNM many years ago, we used to have paper timesheets. So every 2 weeks we had to go to the office. There were several 3-ring binders with our timesheets in them. And we had to flip through past everybody's. There was no problem. I mean, there wasn't any personal information, but still just the idea that somebody was getting paid or what hours they worked was kind of disconcerting. And then we had to get them signed by our supervisor and the dean and in ink, blue or black ink. And now we have electronic timesheets. So it's between me and my supervisor. Nobody else sees it. Nobody else knows what hours I took off or what hours I worked or what kind of leave I took. Because it's nobody else's business. And so that's been working pretty well for the last several years. I don't remember. Oh, wow. Since probably 2010 or 11. Anyway, not a big deal. But yeah, so how do you manage that? How do you look for waste? I mean, using the paper timesheets was very wasteful because they had to be printed on colored paper because different color represented different people, different jobs, and things like that. So this is information about controlling the process after the improvements. So this is information that will make a lot of sense for you in this process situation. Flow chart symbols. Some of this right here you don't have to watch or read unless you're using Excel 2010 or 13, so you can skip those. And then the continuous process improvement cycle. In the last module, I told you that in the your final project, you'll need to do the PDCA, and here's the information about it. Wastes, and then it also mentioned that Tim would. So here's information on that. Video. So see, it's just a lot of information. And videos. Read what you want as long as you get a really good idea about how to sustain your process. Here are the videos, 2 videos each about the charts that you're going to do. Some more supplemental videos. Here are your assignments. Okay, so create a run chart from the data in the table below. So number of hours worked, number of forms completed. Okay. Then a control chart. So you're going to have your number of work-related absences on the left and the months across the bottom. And then your Pareto chart. So the reason for absences. So you'll have your percents on the left and the reasons across the bottom. Here is the information again about the final projects you should be working on it. This thing should be several pages because you should have all of these headings and you should have all of room for all of the charts. And now you've been given the information on the plan, do, check, act cycle, and up here where it mentions Tim Wood method. So you should now be able to work very, very diligently and turn in a really good paper that is worth 200 points. So this should be more than 1 or 2 pages. Okay, I'm going to be grading them very critically because I want to make sure that you are understanding and can apply these processes. So that's what's going on this week. As always, let me know through messages if you have any questions. I hope you have a fabulous week. Module 5 will open on Friday, August 2nd. And so you can go in there and submit your work. There will be another one of these videos. That will be the last one, and then you don't have to hear my voice again. Anyway, I hope you have a fabulous week. I hope you're doing well, and I hope the rest of your classes are going well. Talk to you later.